Today, we are going to look at a very big idea together. It is an idea that has the power to change everything about how you talk to women and how they feel when they are around you. This is especially true as you get a little bit older and start looking for something real. Now, here is the most interesting part of this whole thing. It has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you have in the bank. It does not have anything to do with having the perfect face or looking like a movie star, and I promise you, it definitely has nothing to do with those silly, cheesy pickup lines that you see people teaching all over the internet. The honest truth is that there are just two simple words that can change your life. These words do something special. They wake up a very deep part of a woman's brain. They touch emotional spots that most men do not even know are there. I am going to tell you exactly what those two words are in just a moment. I will also explain the simple science behind why they work so well, but I want you to pay close attention to one small detail that almost everyone misses. This tiny detail is the secret. It is the thing that separates the men that women forget about from the men they can never stop thinking about. Please stay with me until the very end because this information can truly change the way you talk to people forever. Let me share something from my heart. For a long time, I have been part of a group of caring experts who have studied thousands of moments between men and women. We watched how they talked and how they acted. And do you know what we found out? The men who are the most attractive to women are not always the ones who are the most handsome. They are not the ones with the most expensive cars or the fanciest clothes. No. The men who really stand out are the ones who have learned how to do one very simple thing. They have mastered the art of being direct and honest with their feelings. This is called direct emotional communication. While many men are out there running in circles, having boring conversations, and trying too hard to be liked, the men we studied did something else. Most men are so afraid of saying the wrong thing or making someone upset that they hide what they really think. They second guess every single word. But the men who truly find success operate from a totally different place in their hearts. They do not go around chasing people to make themselves feel good. Instead, they create clarity. They make things clear. They do not hide behind jokes or talk about the weather just to be safe. They say what they mean, and that small difference is actually everything. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and pause for a second. Think about your own life. Be very honest with yourself right now. How many times have you held back what you really wanted to say? Maybe you were afraid of how she would react. How many times have you made your words sound softer or changed what you meant just to play it safe? When you do that, you often end up being ignored or put into that frustrating category called the nice guy. If you have ever felt like you are doing every single thing right, but you still are not getting the response you want, I want you to say to yourself that you get it. This is where everything starts to change for you. It happens when you finally realize that being attractive is not about doing more work. It is about talking in a different way. This is what our group of caring experts wants to help you understand today. We are not talking about tricks or playing games. We are talking about a deep understanding of how a woman's mind connects with feelings. Once you understand this, your whole world changes. The way you speak will change. The way you walk into a room will change. Most importantly, the way she feels when she is standing next to you will change. You see, the human brain is built to love certainty. It does not look for perfection. It looks for a man who is sure of himself. When a man speaks with emotional certainty, it makes a woman feel safe and curious at the same time. That is a very powerful mix. It is what makes a woman want to listen more closely and remember you long after you have gone home. This is where most men get confused. They think they have to impress a woman, but real attraction is about the impact you leave behind. It is about how you make her feel when you are there, and even more, how she feels when she is thinking about you later that night. Let's break this down so you can use it in your real life starting today. The first powerful word is I want. I know that sounds almost too simple. You might think it is too obvious to matter. But when a man says I want with a calm and steady voice, he is doing something that most men are too scared to do. He is taking ownership of what he feels. He is not waiting for someone else to decide for him. He is not asking for permission to have a desire. He is not hiding. He is stepping into a clear direction. Let's imagine a real life situation. Imagine you are sending a text to a woman you like. Most men say things like, hey, maybe we could hang out sometime if you are free. That sounds nice and polite, right? But emotionally, it does nothing. It feels flat. Why? Because it puts all the work on her. It shows you are not sure. It says you are not really invested in what you want. Now, listen to this instead. I want to take you out this Saturday. There is a place I think you will love. Can you feel the difference? Do not just think about it. Feel it in your heart. One of those sentences makes people hesitate. The other one creates a path forward. One sentence asks a question, while the other sentence leads the way. It is very important to understand that leading is not about being a boss or controlling anyone. It is just about being clear. It is about making a path so she does not have to do all the hard work of deciding. When a man does not have a direction, a woman feels like she has to take over that role. And when that happens, the spark starts to go away. I remember a man I talked to once. He was very smart, very kind, and very successful at his job. But in his dating life, he was like a ghost. No one noticed him. Women liked him as a friend, but they did not feel a spark. When we looked at how he talked, we saw a pattern. He never said what he wanted. Everything he said was a maybe or a we could. So I told him to try an experiment for 1 week. I told him to stop being passive and start using I want statements. And do you know what happened? Women started talking to him more. They texted him back faster. They were curious about him. Why? Because clarity is beautiful. Being sure of yourself is attractive. A man who knows his mind stands out because the rest of the world is so full of hesitation. But wait, there is a big mistake men make here. They think just saying I want is enough. It is not. If you only talk about what you want, you might seem selfish. That is why the second word is so important. The second word is I appreciate. This word adds depth. While I want shows where you are going, I appreciate shows that you actually see her. It tells her that you are not just looking at her face, but you are looking at her soul. Being truly seen is one of the most amazing feelings a woman can have. Let's look at how this works. Imagine you just had a long talk. Instead of saying something boring like, that was fun, you say, I really appreciate the way you think. You have a very deep way of looking at things. Do you see what happened there? You did not just tell her she is pretty. You noticed something deep inside her. You made her feel understood. When a woman feels understood, she opens up her heart because she wants to, not because she has to. Science tells us that when we feel recognized for who we are on the inside, our brains feel a reward. It creates a bond that is much stronger than just liking how someone looks. This is why putting I want and I appreciate together is like magic. You could say, I want to see you again because I appreciate how you challenge my thinking. Or, I want to spend more time with you because I appreciate your energy. Now you are not just a guy who wants something, you are a man who sees value in her. You are giving her a reason to feel special without acting like you need her to save you. There is a big difference between needing someone and choosing someone. If this feels right to you, take a second to really let it sink in. Decide right now to communicate at a higher level. Now, we have to talk about a mistake that ruins everything. It is called a lack of congruence. That is a fancy word, but it just means your words and your feelings do not match. It is like saying, I am happy while you are crying. A woman does not just hear your words, she reads your energy. If you say, I want to take you out, but your voice is shaking and you are looking at the floor, she will not believe you. Her brain will get confused, and confusion feels like a lack of confidence. The female brain is very good at spotting these little mismatches. It hears the tiny shifts in your voice and sees the tension in your shoulders. It is always scanning to see if you are being real. So, how do you fix this? You slow down, you feel your feet on the ground, you breathe. When you say, I want, feel it in your chest. Let it be real. Stand up straight. Relax your muscles, look her in the eye gently, and when you say, I appreciate Agriko, take a little pause. Let the words land, speak a bit slower. Let the kindness show in your voice. Here's an easy exercise. Stand in front of a mirror today, say, I want to see you again. Watch how you look. Are you breathing? Is there tension? Now try again. Open your chest, breathe deep, say it until you feel it. Then say, I appreciate the way you express yourself. Slow down. Let there be a silence before and after the word appreciate. You are training your body to match your words. Delivery is everything. Long after people forget what you said, they will remember how you made them feel. There is one more thing that makes this work even better, and that is timing. You do not just say these words over and over like a robot. That makes it feel fake. You use them in moments that matter. You use them when you are finished with a great conversation or after you have shared a laugh. Imagine a date is ending. There is a quiet moment. Instead of talking about nothing because you are nervous, look at her. Say, I want to do this again. I really appreciate the energy you bring. That moment will become a memory she keeps. And memories are what build attraction over time. Next, let's talk about something even deeper. Have you ever had a conversation that felt flat, like a straight line with no hills? It's boring. To fix this, you need emotional contrast. You need peaks and valleys. This is about using silence and shifts in your energy to make your words more powerful. Most men talk too much because they are scared of silence, but silence is a tool. Silence makes people wait and wonder. It lets your words sink into the heart. If you say, I want to see you again, and then keep talking and talking, you wash away the power of what you said. But if you say it and then just stop and look at her, the silence makes the words feel heavy and important. It gives her space to feel the emotion. Try this. The next time you say something meaningful, just stop. Let there be a pause. Let the world be still for a second. Confidence is not just about talking. It is about being okay with the quiet. Now, let's look at the psychology of emotional imprinting. This is when a moment is so special that it sticks in the brain forever. These moments are not made with logic, they are made with feelings. When you combine your clear intentions with your real appreciation and a bit of silence, you create a moment that she will replay in her head when she is alone. She will think there is something different about him, and being different is how you win. I remember a woman telling me about a man she only met twice. She could not stop thinking about him. She said it was not because he was the funniest or the best looking. It was because when he looked at her, it felt like he really saw her. He was intentional. He was not rushing. He was just there with her. So I want you to start looking at how you talk. Do you rush? Do you hide what you want? Do you give boring compliments? Start making small changes instead of you are fun. Say, I appreciate how easy it is to talk to you instead of we should hang out. Say, I want to see you again. These are tiny shifts, but they change how the world sees you. And remember, you cannot just memorize these as lines. You have to mean them. You have to be honest with yourself first. What do you actually want? What do you actually like about her? If you do not know, take time to think. Clarity inside you becomes clarity in your voice. There is also something called emotional specificity. Generic talk gets generic results. If you say, I appreciate you, it is okay. But if you say, I appreciate how you stay calm even when things are stressful, that feels real. It shows you are paying attention to who she really is. This separates you from every other guy. So, here is my challenge for you. The next time you talk to a woman, do 3 things. First, say one clear I want statement. Second, say one specific I appreciate statement. Third, let there be one moment of silence after you say something big. That is it. Do not make it hard. Just do those 3 things. You will notice she stays more engaged. She will open up more. She will remember you. Finally, remember the difference between focus on the result and focus on the moment. Most men are worried about the win. They want the number or the date. That creates pressure. You can hear it in their voice. But when you just focus on being there, everything changes. You are not chasing anymore. You are connecting. When you stop chasing the result The result usually starts chasing you. Your energy becomes relaxed and grounded. Clarity makes people want to be near you. Appreciation builds the bridge. Presence makes the impact. At the start, your I want does not have to be a big, heavy thing. It can be light. I saw you and I wanted to come say hi. That is all it takes to be different from the rest. As you move through the journey of meeting someone, keep using these tools. From the first hello to the deep talks, let your intention and your appreciation grow. Do not just express interest, build a path. When you lead the way emotionally, you do not have to guess anymore. You just exist in a space of honesty and warmth. Start today, be clear, be appreciative, and most of all, be there in the moment.